What if I told you that in 2025, with just $10,000, you could set yourself on a path that could completely reshape your financial future? Imagine this. While most people are stressing about inflation, stock market swings, and rising interest rates, you're sitting back knowing your money isn't just sitting there, it's working for you. Here's the truth. Most people think they need hundreds of thousands of dollars before they can start investing seriously. They put it off, waiting for the perfect time, and then years go by with nothing to show for it but missed opportunities. But the reality is, $10,000 is enough to make real moves if you play your cards right. And 2025 is a unique year. Why? Because interest rates, tech growth, and global shifts in energy and finance are creating new opportunities that didn't even exist a few years ago. The landscape of investing has changed. What worked in 2015 or even 2020 won't cut it now. So if you've got $10,000 and you're wondering how to put it to work the smartest way possible, this video is for you. Stick with me, because I'm going to break down the 5 best ways to invest $10,000 in 2025. Strategies that balance safety, growth, and even a touch of calculated risk to help you build long-term wealth. Before we dive in, let's ask the real question. What's the goal of investing $10,000? For some of you, that money might be your starter investment, your first serious step into building wealth. For others, it might be extra cash you've saved and you're trying to figure out the smartest, safest place to put it. Here's the thing. There isn't one perfect answer that works for everyone. Investing is like building a house. You don't just buy fancy furniture before you've laid the foundation. You don't put solar panels on the roof before the walls are even built. In the same way, your $10,000 has to be placed strategically, in layers, first safety, then growth, then potential upside. So the real question isn't just, where do I put my money? The smarter question is, how do I split $10,000 in a way that balances safety, growth, and opportunity? Because the way you allocate that money today could mean the difference between stressing about bills or watching your net worth compound quietly in the background. And that's where we start, with your foundation. When most people think about investing, they want excitement. They want to chase the next Tesla, the next crypto boom, or the next AI stock. But let me tell you something I've learned the hard way. Real wealth isn't built on hype. It's built on stability. Think of your $10,000 like building a skyscraper. Before the floors, the glass, and the elevators, you need a rock-solid foundation. And in investing, that foundation is cash reserves and bonds. Now I know what you're thinking. Cash? Bonds? That sounds boring. But here's why it's critical in 2025. High-yield savings accounts, HISA. Right now, interest rates are still elevated. Some online banks are offering 4% to 5% APY on your savings. That means your cash isn't just sitting there. It's actually earning money risk-free. It's the perfect place to park a portion of your $10,000 that you might need on short notice. Treasury bills and bonds, U.S. government T-bills are paying some of the best yields we've seen in over a decade. Short-term T-bills, 3 to 12 months, can pay around 5% with virtually no risk. If safety and liquidity are your top priorities, this is a no-brainer. Certificates of deposit, CDs. For those who don't need immediate access to their money, locking in a 12 to 18-month CD can also give you solid returns while protecting your cash from market swings. Here's how this looks in practice. If you're investing $10,000, consider putting $2,000 to $3,000 into this safe base. That way, no matter what happens in the stock market or with riskier bets, you've got money earning steady returns with zero stress. This base isn't about getting rich, it's about peace of mind. It's about knowing that if life throws you a curveball, a job loss, medical bill, or unexpected expense, you're not forced to sell your investments at the worst possible time. Think about it. During every market downturn, the people who panic and sell are usually the ones who never had a safe foundation. They went all in on risky plays, and when the storm hit, they had no backup. You're not going to be one of those people. So before we talk about stocks, real estate, or anything speculative, you first secure your foundation with cash and bonds. Because wealth that lasts isn't built on sand, it's built on bedrock. Now that your foundation is secure, it's time to shift gears and talk about where real, long-term wealth is built, the stock market. But listen carefully. I'm not talking about gambling on meme stocks, trying to time the market, or following random Reddit hype. I'm talking about proven long-term strategies that have built millionaires quietly, consistently, and predictably. And the best way to do that? Index funds and ETFs. Here's why they're such a game changer. Diversification without the headache. Instead of betting your money on one company, an index fund spreads your investment across hundreds, even thousands of companies. For example, an S&P 500 index fund automatically invests in the 500 biggest US companies. That's instant diversification, low fees. Active managers love charging you high fees for expert decisions. But in reality, the data is clear. Most active managers can't beat the market long term. Index funds and ETFs often have rock-bottom expense ratios, meaning more of your money stays invested in compounding. Proven track record. Over the past 100 years, the US stock market has averaged about 10% annual returns. While there are ups and downs, if you stick with index funds long-term, history is on your side. In 2025, one of the smartest moves you can make is putting a solid chunk of your $10,000 into broad diversified funds like S&P 500 index funds, like VOO or SPY. These give you exposure to the biggest companies in America. Total stock market ETFs, like VTI, even broader, covering large, mid, and small cap US stocks. International ETFs, like VIXIS or IXIS, because the US isn't the only engine of growth. Exposure to emerging markets and global companies gives you balance. Thematic ETFs, careful here. For example, clean energy, AI, or healthcare ETFs. These carry a bit more risk but let you ride megatrends. Now you might be asking, how much of my $10,000 should go here? A good starting point, $4,000 to $5,000. This allocation is your wealth builder. While your safe base protects you, your index funds are compounding quietly year after year. Think of this like planting trees. You don't see massive growth overnight, but 5, 10, 20 years from now, you'll look back and realize you've grown a forest. And here's the key, don't panic when markets dip. In fact, dips are when you want to buy more. That's how compounding really works. Buy consistently, hold for the long term, and let time do the heavy lifting. Okay, now let's get to the part that excites a lot of you, picking individual stocks. This is where you get to go beyond average returns and potentially capture targeted growth from companies that are shaping the future. But let me make something clear. This should never be your entire strategy. Think of this as the spice you add to your meal, not the entire plate. So how do you approach individual stocks in 2025? First, look at megatrends. The world is shifting fast, and the companies riding those waves are where growth lives. Some key areas to watch: artificial intelligence and automation, companies leading in AI infrastructure, chips, and software, green energy and EVs, solar, batteries, electric vehicles, and clean energy tech, healthcare and biotech. With aging populations and tech-driven breakthroughs, healthcare innovation is huge. Cybersecurity. As everything moves online, the demand for security is exploding. Second, don't just buy because of hype. Learn how to read financial statements. Check revenue growth, profit margins, and balance sheets. Look for companies that have real cash flow, competitive advantages, and strong leadership. Let's make it practical. If you're working with $10,000, maybe you take about $500 to $2,000 for carefully chosen stocks. That way, even if one play doesn't work out, it won't sink your portfolio. But if you choose wisely, the upside could be huge. Here's an example. If you had invested in Apple in 2007 when the first iPhone launched, a $2,000 investment would be worth over $100,000 today. If you spotted Nvidia before the AI boom of the 2020s, you'd be sitting on life-changing gains. Now, of course, not every company will be the next Apple or Nvidia. That's why you keep this part of your portfolio smaller. But when you do your homework and stay disciplined, individual stocks can add an exciting growth engine to your investments. And one more thing, don't fall for the trap of chasing get-rich-quick stocks. If someone on TikTok or YouTube promises you the next 100x stock, run. Real investing is about patience and strategy, not gambling. So, here's how your portfolio is shaping up so far, with $10,000. $2,000 to $3,000 in safe base, cash, bonds, CDs. $4,000 to $5,000 in index funds, and ETFs, $1,500 to $2,000 in individual stocks. You've now got a portfolio that's balanced, diversified, and positioned for growth. Now let's move beyond stocks and bonds. Because true wealth isn't just about paper assets. It's about diversification into real, tangible assets. Here's the problem with only holding stocks and cash. You're 100% exposed to the ups and downs of the financial markets. When inflation spikes or the stock market crashes, many investors get wiped out because they're not diversified. That's where real assets come in. But what do I mean by real assets? Real estate. Property has historically been one of the strongest wealth builders in America. It generates cash flow through rent and appreciates in value over time. REITs, real estate investment trusts. If you don't have the time or budget to buy an actual property, REITs are the perfect alternative. They let you invest in real estate like apartments, office buildings, storage units, even data centers, without being a landlord. Plus, many REITs pay solid dividends. Commodities. Gold, silver, or even energy commodities can act as a hedge against inflation and economic uncertainty. Why does this matter in 2025? Because housing markets are shifting. While mortgage rates remain higher than in the 2010s, rents are still strong, and commercial real estate is going through a massive reset. That means opportunities are everywhere, if you know where to look. Let's make this practical. From your $10,000, allocate around $1,000 to $2,500 into real assets or REITs. That way, even if the stock market hits a rough patch, you've got exposure to something tangible, an asset class that behaves differently and balances your portfolio. Think about it. When inflation eats away at the dollar, real assets like property tend to hold their value. This isn't about chasing massive gains. It's about stability and income. All right, now let's talk about the final piece of the puzzle, the one everyone gets excited about. High-risk, high-reward plays. Here's the truth. Not every dollar should go into safe, boring investments. If you've built a foundation with cash, bonds, index funds, and a bit of real estate exposure, you've earned the right to take a little risk with the last slice of your $10,000. But remember, this money should be money you're willing to lose without losing sleep. So what are some high-risk, high-reward opportunities in 2025? Cryptocurrency and blockchain projects. While crypto is volatile, it's not going away. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and certain utility tokens are becoming part of the mainstream financial system. A small allocation could pay off big, but it's a roller coaster ride. Startups and crowdfunding. Platforms now allow everyday investors to buy small equity stakes in startups. Most will fail, but one winner could multiply your money many times over. Speculative tech plays. Think cutting-edge sectors like space exploration, quantum computing, or early-stage biotech. These companies can swing wildly in price but offer massive upside if they succeed. Here's how to think about it. Allocate maybe $500 to $1,000 here. That's it. Not your rent money, not your emergency fund, just your moonshot bucket. Because here's the reality. One smart high-risk play could be life-changing. Imagine putting $500 into Bitcoin in 2015. That would be worth tens of thousands today. Or $1,000 into Tesla back in 2012. That's now worth over $100,000. But for every Tesla, there are hundreds of failures. That's why we limit the allocation. These plays are the lottery tickets of your portfolio. They're fun, exciting, and potentially life-changing. But you only play with money you can afford to lose. So let's zoom out and look at the full picture. If you're investing $10,000 in 2025, here's a smart, balanced breakdown. $2,000, $3,000 in your safe base. Cash reserves, high-yield savings, T-bills, and bonds. $4,000, $5,000 in index funds and ETFs. The backbone of your wealth, compounding quietly for decades. The $500, $2,000 in individual stocks. Targeted growth plays in sectors you believe in. $1,000 to $500 in real assets and REITs. Tangible diversification and dividend income. $500, $1,000 in high-risk, high-reward plays. Crypto, startups, or speculative tech for potential outsized gains. And here's the beauty of this strategy. No matter what happens, whether inflation spikes, markets crash, or new trends emerge, you're not betting everything on one thing. You've got a portfolio that's balanced, resilient, and ready to grow. Because the truth is, investing isn't about timing the market perfectly or chasing hype. It's about building a system that protects you, grows steadily, and leaves room for upside. That's how you turn $10,000 today into financial freedom tomorrow. So here's my challenge for you. Don't just watch this video and move on. Take a look at your finances, decide what portion of your $10,000 fits into each bucket, and start building your wealth now. And if you found this breakdown helpful, smash that like button, subscribe for more financial insights, and drop a comment below. Which of these strategies would you use first with $10,000? Because at the end of the day, knowledge without action doesn't build wealth. So take action and let your money work for you in 2025 and beyond.